You see where I'm going, guys? I'm feeling Josh's energy behind the camera. I'm feeling my gratitude for Rhea. I'm feeling my gratitude for Wolf. I'm feeling my gratitude for the people that are on Zoom and Alyssa, who's co-producing this right now on Zoom, and just the beautiful people that are holding the space. And so by me celebrating that, that's abundance for me. Well, it's not literally necessarily like someone throwing cash at me. It's abundant energy. And that abundant energy, if I celebrate it, my goodness, how does that make the people in this room feel? And how does that make you feel? If you're watching this, how does that make you feel? Because when you're in the presence of somebody celebrating their abundance, it reminds you that you have it too.
Gabrielle Bernstein, a role model for spiritual seekers.
Welcome back to Dear Gabby. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. Today's episode is called Abundance Unleashed, Your Guide to Prosperity. Are you psyched? Are you ready? Are you in it to win it? Josh, are you into it? Totally. Wolf, you? Yeah. Wolf, Rhea, and everybody's in. Whole peanut gallery is in for this episode. I have Q&As coming through. I'm going to let anyone that wants to come through. Ask me questions about abundance. Ask me questions about the guide to prosperity, how to unleash our abundance. This is a huge topic. We're entering into the new year. We're winding down this year. Today, the day that this is coming out is Cyber Monday. This is a day where we get deals, right? It's like a day where we're like, yes, I get the best discounts and whatever that might be. That's an abundant feeling. So let's lean into that even right here, right now. That brings me to today being the last day for the manifesting bundle. All right, so we are going to bring in our guest today and talk about abundance unleashed. Whew, that feels so good just to say it. Abundance unleashed, unlocking that abundance. And it starts with an abundance mindset. I want to give you the answers, then let them come through in the Q&A, but I'll just open with when we focus on abundance in whatever form that comes, we create more of it. I just licked my lips and I had a little extra chocolate from my chocolate bar and I'm having an abundant moment. I'm telling you, Ree, what's abundant in this moment for you? What's abundant for you, Wolf, in this moment? I'm putting you on the spot, bro.
I've been in high production value as of lately.
High production value.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I've been getting a lot of output from my input.
Getting a lot of output from your input.
Yeah.
That is something to celebrate. Now, what we just did with Wolf is really important. I asked him what feels abundant, and he's like, ooh, without any question, he's like, I'm getting output from my input. And what he did right there was he started to celebrate his abundance. And so when we start to no longer minimize our abundance, but celebrate it, because it's easy to be like, oh yeah, that's just too good to be true. Or, that happened last week, but what about this week? Or whatever it might be. Or, I don't want to be too great, or I don't want to be too good, or I don't want to get too good a deal. It's too good to be true. But instead, Wolf said, I am getting a lot of output from my input, and he's celebrating his productivity and his creations. Let's celebrate that more, Wolf. And when we start to celebrate what's abundant in our life, we start to put more momentum behind it and in turn create more of what we want. Thank you, Wolf, for celebrating your successes here on this Dear Gabby show. And my friend, I will reflect it right back to you and tell you that your energy is so magnetic, and I will continuously give you lots of output for your input. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So that's what we're talking about today. How to activate more abundance in our life by focusing on what's abundant. So I'm going to share one of mine. I got my cookie behind the camera right here. Joshy, JD, Cookie, you know him as Where's Waldo. He's in my Instagram. Josh is taking on a whole world of his own in my stories. And he's just sitting behind the camera and he's like laughing and shaking his head. He's just like so proud to watch me. And he's so in it. He's shaking his head and he like looks at me like literally I'm like the biggest gift in the world. And it makes me feel so good. And so that's an abundant moment for me to have Ree here with me. Ree is our social media manager, but she was an intern for me for 4 years. And I just mentored her. And when she came to interview, she's like, well, I think I should go look for other jobs. I was like, Rhea, don't this up. So Ree is here and now she's kicking ass working for us. She was with us for 4 years. I feel like I nurtured her and molded her into the perfect media manager. And now we've got Joshy here. We've got this amazing abundance message from Wolf. And so you see where I'm going, guys. I'm feeling Josh's energy behind the camera. I'm feeling my gratitude for Rhea. I'm feeling my gratitude for Wolf. I'm feeling my gratitude for the people that are on Zoom, and Alyssa, who's co-producing this right now on Zoom, and just the beautiful people that are holding the space. And so by me celebrating that, that's abundance for me. Well, it's not literally necessarily like someone throwing cash at me. It's abundant energy. And that abundant energy, if I celebrate it, my goodness, how does that make the people in this room feel? And how does that make you feel? If you're watching this, how does that make you feel? Because when you're in the presence of somebody celebrating their abundance, it reminds you that you have it too. Let's just take a quick break to talk about how I can help you more with manifesting. If you're enjoying this video and you want to take your manifestations to the absolute next level, click the link in the description below and get my 2 free manifesting meditations. These are my absolute best manifesting meditations. I'm literally giving them to you for free. Click the link in my description. So let's bring in our first guest. Let's listen to what you have to say. Let's celebrate your successes. And I want to bring in some more abundance today. Let's see who's coming through. Who's coming through? Hi, Rochelle.
Hi, Gabby. Thank you so much for having me on, and thank you for all that you do. I've been following you for many years now, and I really appreciate the guidance that you provide on a daily basis. And I'm loving the app, by the way. So helpful, especially the daily reminders.
I'm going to celebrate that right now because thank you. I just want to give you a little teachable moment. That Gabby Coaching Membership app is everything to me. I've put my heart and my soul, and my team continuously puts their heart and their soul into this. And we're developing new things and always finding new ways to deliver the content and new messages that we can put in there. And it feels so exciting to hear you say that back to me. So I'm actually teaching and receiving at the same time. To teach is to learn. I'm borrowing the benefits of my own podcast. So I'm going to feel that feeling right here in this moment of you saying, I love the app. And by taking that in and feeling that, it multiplies. It multiplies. It multiplies. So that's your message first. I'm going to let you ask your question. But Rochelle, the first message here is that when you feel like somebody is saying something that opens your heart or complimenting you, or you have an opportunity where you feel into that abundance, I want you to really take a moment to take it in, because there's too many years I've spent overriding these moments, and I'm not doing it anymore. Taking it in. Thank you. That's my abundant moment. Let's get into yours.
Thank you for sharing. I have been trying to get better at receiving and place my hand on my heart and just breathe in the compliments or the positive energy when I can. So my question is actually about how to help manifest abundance for myself and my wife. She recently had a beautiful opportunity to record a podcast for ABC to spread the word about, it's called Reclaim the Forgotten League. So to spread the word about integrating baseball. And the reach is slow to start, but I'm trying to figure out how to help manifest more abundance in terms of just getting the information and the word out there and helping to create sustainable change.
Okay, so where can we send people? Let's do it right here, right now. Create more abundance. Is there a URL we can send people to? Go for it.
Yeah, it would, any place that you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc. You would just search for Reclaimed the Forgotten League. It's under ABC Audio. And thank you, Gabby. That wasn't my intention to promote it on.
No, it wasn't. But you know what? I can feel that release, right? It's not thirsty. It's not like, oh, promote my thing, Gabby, right? And so that makes me want to promote that. Does that make sense? Like when your energy is just at ease and you're doing good work and you're just proud of the work, people want to share it. People want to share it. So Reclaim the Forgotten League. Yes?
Yes.
Go listen to that podcast, people. But keep going. Keep asking the question.
Yeah, so a little bit of background. I'm a yoga teacher. I'm a Reiki master. I'm an energy healing practitioner. I try to meditate and connect to spirit as often as I can. And that's been very helpful. I've used a lot of your guidance to do that. But I do feel like when it's pertaining to manifesting something for someone close to me, such as my wife, that there might be some, personal energy there. And I'm just trying to kind of move that out of the way so I can create the most space for like pure abundance.
So you can't manifest for somebody else. If you're connected to the project and you want to bring your positive energy into it. Yes, but it's murky because when you start to try to manifest something for someone else, exactly what you just said starts to happen. It feels entangled. It feels a little bit off. We only have the power to control and to manifest what it is that we want to bring into our life. So your wife may have some resistance around, just making this up, may have some resistance around being seen, or may have some feelings of lack that she's working out, and you can't override her experience by manifesting something for her. You can pray for her. You can be a positive force of energy for her. You can be there to dialogue with her about it in a positive way when you receive the request from her, when she asks for it. But you can't you can't infuse your manifesting power into her situation. Does that make sense to you, Rochelle?
Yes, and I'm reminded of some recent advice you gave lately was to focus on the feeling. So would you suggest maybe just focusing on the feelings that I would want to have surrounding this for myself?
Yeah, because I guess it's in some ways your manifestation too, but it's her project. Is that correct?
Yes.
So when you say the feeling, what is the feeling that you want?
Great question. Yeah, I guess I kind of feel a release.
So you want to feel released about her, feel less attached to her project?
No, I just want to feel like a release of the information's finally getting to where it needs to go.
Great. So I think this is an inside job of prayer. Visualize people listening and hearing it. Visualize this spreading, almost like angels going into the phone and popping it up to the top of someone's feed. Start to see those visions in your mind's eye. And yes, cultivate that feeling of what it would feel like to be released and to let it go and to see it unfolding naturally. And I like the word released for many reasons. One, releasing the content out to the world, but two, released for you. Because if you release it, then she can release it, right? So we're always kind of entangled with our partner's energy. And so if there's any kind of clenching or clutching onto it that she's having, if you release it, she'll borrow the benefits of your release. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Great. Okay. So don't talk to her about this at all. Do not let her listen to this episode. She can just know that I plugged her show. I'm just kidding. She can listen. But I like the idea of you doing this privately. It's not something that she even has to know about. It's just you practicing release. You release it so it can be released into the world and so that you can release her and she can feel that release and borrow the benefit of it. Does that make sense?
Yes, I can do that. Thank you so much.
Rochelle, you're kicking ass, honey. You're doing great. You're doing great. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Keep
Thank
it
you.
up. And you have
Thank
such
you.
nice energy. I bet you give great Reiki sessions. Such beautiful energy. I can feel it through the audio.
Really appreciate that. I receive positive feedback and I'm just grateful to be of service.
Thank you, my love. This is such a high vibe conversation. This is such an abundant conversation. If you're in that place where you feel like, I don't know how to make money, I don't know how to earn for my great work, I don't know how to receive, I don't know how to say yes, I don't know how to take a compliment. Let this show be your chance to start to say thank you, start receiving, start feeling into the gratitude of what possibly is inside of you and what can be continuously manifesting into your life. Ah, I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. This has been such an abundant episode for me. So joyful. Thank you. If you like this video and you want to get more Gabby, check out the next one right over here.